Good morning, everybody. This is Diane. Shall we do some collage work today? I'm going to do the collage for this week in my book. I didn't fill in last week. Yeah, I decided here it's the last page of one signature and the first page of another. I decided to just use these as whatever collage I want to do. So I'm going to have fun collaging on those one day when I have time. But today I'm going to do my collage on this, and here are my prompts. Threads or pieces of fabric. So I just brought over this little container of little pieces of fabric, including this little patchwork scrap. I like that. A label. Now that could be a food label, but we seem to get those prompts often enough, so I'm just using one of these kind of labels. I don't know which one yet. A plant, and I didn't even give myself choices on this one. I saw this and thought that's the one I'm going to use, so hopefully it's going to work. Something found in a doctor's office. I skipped that one. A sticker. So I got out my antiquarian sticker book that Jeannie sent me. Thank you, Jeannie. And I pulled stuff out of it, as you can see. But I like this image and this image, so I might use one of those. But I also just brought the whole book over here in case I need to look for something different. And the bonus, since I didn't use something found in a doctor's office, is an art scrap. So I just brought over this packet of all these pieces of art journal pages that I cut up. So I got all this stuff out last night, and then I thought I'm dealing with a plain white page again. So I decided to just cover that up with a page of text. And this is from an Edith Holden book. So I already cut it to size. I'm just going to use my ATG tape gun. I don't use that as much as I used to. And now I don't have just a plain white background. Okay, so I think the sticker or the plant will be the focal point. So let's start with that. It's a thick page. This is actually from a book about English garden embroidery. So there must have been a project featuring this image, but this is an illustration. This is not embroidery. I also brought my little journal, my little glue book that I started last week. So maybe we can do a page in that, and I already pulled some of the stuff for that if I get to it. And I brought over the one that I filled up, the old one, because I told you the next time I work in that little book I will show you my finished one. For those of you who hadn't seen it, I won't flip through the pages, but maybe a couple. I just wanted you to see what it looks like when it's finished. What are you all doing on your Saturday? Of course, when you see this, it'll be Sunday. I had to spend a couple hours at the church this morning. Once a month we get together, the pastor who is our song leader, the organist. There's a couple of ladies that stand on the platform behind the pastor singing. We don't have a worship team per se, but they just kind of help give him some vocal support. Our pastor does have an excellent singing voice, but it's just nice to, we don't have a choir anymore since COVID started. So anyway, and the pianists, we all come once a month and go over the music, any music that anybody might have a question on, or anything he wants to do a little differently. We go over it all. So we did that today. And I have a headache. I woke up with a headache this morning. And I took something, but it was worse by the time I got home. So I took some more and just rested a little bit. My eyes are hurting a bit, so it might be a migraine. But we're going to do this collage, hopefully. Okay, now I really like this lady. I'd like to use her, but this one is very sweet too. I'm just going to cut her out just very roughly because I don't want to peel her off and try to arrange her while she's got the sticky back. Maybe this label because of the color. I really like this fragile, but so maybe I'll use that. A piece of fabric. This one has a good color for what we're doing there. Just use some pinking shears to give it an interesting edge. And 1, 2, 3, 4. An art scrap. Now we can start arranging. This is a printable label. I do have genuine ones that say fragile. Well, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use this. This is on thick mixed media paper. I'm going to see if I can peel a couple layers off it without damaging it. I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't think I can. So we're just going to glue it down. Give the glue time to bond it down, especially it's a heavy paper and it's on a curve, so it would have a tendency to want to pop up. I decided to go ahead and list my rustic TN journals, Traveler's Notebook journals that I just completed. The video is uploading right now. So it's Saturday afternoon, so they will be in my shop. Well, I already put them in the shop, so as soon as the video gets published, people will be aware that they're in my shop. So I'm just saying that now. When you see this Sunday morning, I don't know if all 3 of those journals will have sold yesterday, so if you didn't see it and you're interested in one of those journals, you can go see if they're still there in my shop. Oh, I forgot the fabric. My job for today is just to kind of tidy up the house, room by room, because I had a very busy week and didn't really have time to keep up with stuff. But I don't know. I'll do some, but some days, on days when you have a headache, some days you just need to sit back and not worry about stuff. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get some stuff done today. That meeting, the rehearsal time, took a bit of time. I didn't get home till almost lunchtime. There. You can take this fragile handle with care to mean whatever you want it to mean. The flowers are fragile. This lady is fragile. Life is fragile. Handle everything with care. Just going to draw a little bit of a border around the page. This page, I don't think I'm going to make the planner page on here, because I like the little dolls. I like the colors of that, and there isn't much room, so I'm just going to skip the planner part, which I use more as a journal, just like a memo. I just have a little space for each day that I just write what I did, or the highlights of that day, or the weather, or whatever, which I didn't do on this one, and I didn't do on this one either. But I have notes written in my planner that I use every day, so I can just get that out and copy them in there, and then one day when I need to do something creative, I can collage on those 2 pages. Today is May 22nd. Make sure I have it the right way. Okay. May 22nd. I just have, then I felt the urge to just do a little doodling on this page. Just have some sprays coming off of this bouquet. Just felt like it needed a little something around that collage besides the border. So what do you think? Okay, that's it for this. I'm not going to put this away until I fill in the pages that I didn't do yet. So today's the 22nd, next week will be the 29th. So after I'm done with next week's, I will do a flip through of May for you. So I'm going to set all these extra pieces that I got out aside, and we can turn to the little glue book, because I only spent 18 minutes on that collage. Oh, it's getting warm in here. I'm just going to go flick my air conditioner on. I'll be right back. Okay. Got a little air moving now. So this is the book that I started, and it's the same as this book. I got them in a 2-pack, and they measure 3.5 by 5.5. So as I mentioned last week, I only did the one. Oh, I already had some stuff pulled. I just did this one last week, and I will do this page next, and then I will go to the back and do 2 pages in the back, and then I'll come up here. That's what I did with this, and it kept the book very even. it didn't get all lopsided. If I had done all the front first, it would have warped the shape of the book, which is fine, but I didn't want it to be like that. So it worked out very well doing it that way. So this again is the same, like I said last week, just a background, a lady, and a quote, and then some Stabilo all pencil for outlining and some white paint pen dots. And it's quick to do. It took me a long time to finish doing this because I started in 2017 in March, and I ended this, looks like 11/15 of 2019. Yeah, November of 2019. So it took over 2 years, but that was because I would set it aside for months at a time and not do anything with it. But I love it. I love looking at it when I get it out. So I decided to go ahead and start another one. It's been over a year since I finished that. I had pulled these pieces for possibilities. I forgot I already had some stuck in there. I really like this. This is from an art journal magazine, I believe. And I could use the same type of background that I used on that page. I do like it. I don't try to make them go together. Like, those are totally different. This is more neutral, this is bright colors, but I think it looks fine. This one's elegant, this one's kind of funky. But some of them I did use the same type of background. Sometimes I use washi tape to fill in small portions that don't get covered with the background. I pulled out some collage elements, but I didn't choose a quote. Maybe I'll use that washi tape. I'm going to use this one. The first page says start where you are. And I talked about, last week, I talked about how I had been really struggling. That is a very fragile book page, and it just tore because it's stuck to that washi tape right there. I made set some small goals for myself this week to try to just get out of the funk I was in. And then everything, my whole week was different than what I had planned. Things got changed and days got switched around, and I really want to use that quote, but I'm tearing it. So anyway, because everything got switched around, I didn't get to meet very many of my goals. But I'm not giving up. I don't feel like it's a lost cause. So I think this is appropriate. I really don't know how I am to do it. I do want to start right where I am, but how? That's the next question. So I cut the words apart anyway when I collage them, but this one came right off the word don't split. But we'll fix it. We'll make it work. I really don't know how I am to do it. And she does look a bit perplexed and frustrated, right? I don't feel frustrated about things. Nothing that happened was terrible. It was just my week didn't go the way I had anticipated, that's all. So I need to learn how to roll with things and be adaptable. I am a planner. Planners don't adapt. The pages of this notebook are rounded, so I do like to round the corners after I have everything glued down. There we go. Okay, now a smaller glue stick for these little tiny words. This is the letter I stuck to my finger. I stuck to my finger again. Oh, the pulp, this paper is so pulpy that the top layer just stuck to my finger. Well, I'm going to have to write the letter I. Maybe I'll just write the whole quote. Why not? But I want it on a white background. I'm going to take this sticker and cut it. Really don't know how I am to do it. And I don't have to mess with the glue stick. Alright, now I have my Stabilo by Stabilo. It's an all pencil, and I got mine from Amazon. And it's water soluble, so I'm going to outline my words here. And I will outline the page. You will notice when you wet this Stabilo pencil, it will react differently on different surfaces. This paper is matte, so it's more absorbent. This one is glossy, and the washi tape isn't absorbent, so it will act differently on both of those, or on all those different surfaces. But I'm just taking a water brush and just lightly going over my black marks to spread it around like paint. So you could use ink with a fountain pen, you could use paint with a fine tip brush, anything. You can just outline it with fine tip black marker. You don't have to smear it. I looked in all the craft stores for Stabilo pencils. I'm inspired for these kind of collages by Diane Fago or Packer Dye. She might have changed her YouTube name, I'm not sure. But I looked all over for Stabilo pencils and couldn't find them anywhere. And then I looked on Amazon. And there it was. I will outline her a little bit. I might as well do all of her. And then I take the Signo Uniball pen in white and just highlight some things with some little dots. Just make sure the ink is, or the paint is coming out, and then I just start making dots. So there's nothing too complicated about these pages, but they're fun. They help me think about things while I'm working. I think about the quote that I selected and what it might mean for me. And I'll just do a little more of the white on the background pages or pieces. Just whatever you feel like. I'm gonna put some down her nose and one on her lip. So I think that page is done. And I like it. Just going to trim off the pieces that hang over and round the corner. And put a little date on it. Two pages done in my new little book. Now when I was working on this one, I would do, I don't know, 5 or 6 pages in a session sometimes because I just didn't want to quit. And it was so much fun to work in it. But today I have things I must do. My headache is feeling better already, so I will do some of my cleaning. But I hope you have a great Saturday and Sunday. And I hope you enjoyed seeing the glue booking and collaging that I did today. And ask me any questions you want to. Leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.